up, Barty Yodels? I'm Cerebellum. It is March 10th, Tuesday, and Season of Worley has finally arrived. First thing I wanted to do with all patch notes and changes was go look at my favorite gun in the game, and that's the Last Word. The gameplay showing above was, I think, when the gun first came out a while ago. I'll link it down below. You'll see how deadly the Last Word was when it first came out. Now, over time in Destiny 2, it was nerfed a little, I believe. It was maybe where you can only 3-tap up to a certain range, but I think it was 23 meters that you could 3-tap optimally all the time consistently. But it was still good. It was still a pretty powerful gun. It was exotic. It was unique. It was my favorite gun because of the concept and the idea of it. It was unique. You know, 225 RPM and the way the gun fired and all. It was my favorite gun. It's a lot of people's favorite gun. I don't understand why they nerfed it on PC. The gun in general was not that great on console. I don't from all my comments and what I see, majority of people don't use Last Word on console. They use like 180s and Not Forgotten, Luna's Howl and stuff like that. Even on PC, I don't see it that often. I never saw it that often. You know what I saw more often? I saw 12 out of 12 Guardians running spare rations, not 12 out of 12 people running Last Word, because overall, other guns are still better than it. Yeah, Last Word is going to be better than those guns mathematically on paper, but only up to a certain range. And that's, I think, 23 meters, which is maybe like when you're going to get in gunfights like, I don't know, 30% of your game, whereas your spare rations range, you're going to get in optimal gunfights, maybe 70% of the game. So, I mean, statistically, if you go look at the most used weapons back in last season, it was probably spare rations. The Last Word was powerful on PC, but as I said, only up to a certain range. And, you know, a lot of people called for nerfs, and I don't think the nerfs were necessary. As I said before, the gun wasn't used much on console. It was still good on PC. But they did finally show that they could do separate nerfs per platform. So they nerfed it slightly for PC, so it didn't affect console. So the new nerf to Last Word, I played probably a couple hours with it, maybe 10 games. The whole time I was using it, man, I was not enjoying it. It just wasn't fun anymore. There was too much effort to put in for the type of gun that it was for an exotic. Whereas I could just run a regular old hand cannon and do way better. It just felt like too much effort. It definitely lacked range, and you definitely really have to hip fire it to benefit the most from it, which is, I guess, how they intended the gun to be in the first place. But hip firing is not for me. I honestly don't like hip firing in games. I like looking down sights, looking down iron sights, or even down scopes and red dots. I prefer that style of aiming. So maybe this gun will still work for most of you guys, but for me, I just can't. I hate hip firing. Now, since it was a hip fire buff, I suspect maybe it will work on console a lot more, because console is a little different with the the reticle magnetism. So I suspect it might work better on console, but just on PC, it just wasn't worth using, in my opinion. Now, after using it for a while, I still found it best to tap the trigger and really take your time when you're hip firing and hit those shots. You honestly, it's tough to shoot it at its max RPM and be consistent, and it's tough to justify using this weapon whenever there's easier, better weapons to use out there. For example, spare rations, any other hand cannon, Rose, Wake and Vigil. Sure, on paper, this kills faster, but it's too much effort. Pretty much at the optimal ranges of this gun, you're going to be in shotgun territory or air intel territory. Anyway, that's it for me, Bardians. Sorry it's a little negative. I did some commentary saying about the same stuff in the gameplay, so hope you enjoyed the review and watch a little bit of gameplay, see what I'm talking about, and that's it. Here's the gameplay. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of Last Word testing. Damage difference, damage drop off, and stuff like that. I know 35 meters is way exaggerated, but we'll just do it for fun. So 35 meters away. Headshots for 18. 23. So 5 damage difference right there. We'll go on to 30. 19. 24. Still a 5 damage difference. Barely any damage difference, too, from 35 meters. Let's go down to 25. 33, 42. So bigger bigger damage difference there. I believe that was 9. 33 and 42, right? 9. Let's go down to 23. 23 was the old 3-tap range, I believe. 38, 49. So again, 9 damage difference, 20 meters. Make sure it's a 20, 46, 60. So even at 20 meters, we're still not hitting for max damage at hipfire range. And even at 20 meters, hipfire, that's still not going to 3-tap somebody. Maybe someone with really low resilience. Let me see what her resilience is. Her resilience is at 3. Her resilience isn't even that high on. Okay, there's random armor on. So again, 20 meters, 46 and 60. What is that? 14 damage difference, right? Okay, let's go to 19. Oh, I did that backwards. But it was 60, what was it, 63 and 48? 48 and 63. Okay, 18 meters. 52. 67. Okay, still not quite at max range yet. Or max damage yet. $17 meters. 17 meters is your max range for hip fire before you start to experience drop off. So 53 and 69, which is, what is that? 16? So a little bit 16 damage drop off. I think that was the highest. Was that the highest potential difference? I mean, the farther you are, it's a little less, but I think 16 was the highest. Anyway, 17 meters is gonna be your optimal range for 3 tap. Maybe you could do a little higher at 18. Let's see what 18 does. 66. 66 should still 3 tap. 66 times 3 is what? 198, I think. Which should 3 tap most people.
1 minute.
63. So 63 times 3 is 189. That. Oof. That 3 is ill. No. I'm gonna assume 18 meters. 18 meters is your max kill range. 17 is your max before you get damage drop off. Let's see what you need for max ADS.
30 seconds. It's
Okay.
over.
So it just does 53 to the head all the time? Alright, so it does 53 to the head no matter what. So it's a 4 tap ADS and 3 tap hip fire. And less than 18 meters. Wow. So before last word was nerfed, it would do about 51 to 53 to the body. And it resulted in a 4 tap. I think that was one complaint a lot of people kind of did, but because you can kind of just hit body shots at 225 RPM, 4 shots, and 4 tap somebody, whatever. So before hip fire or ADS, it would do 51 or 53 to the body. Now, up to 17 meters before you experience damage drop off, it will headshot for 53, body shot 39. So your body shot damage is the same no matter what, whether it's ADS or hip fire, you're gonna hit for 39, which result in, I think, a 5 tap. So it's now a 5 tap to the body, up to 17 meters. Now if you go back farther from 17, 18, let's see if it'll still, look at 38, that should still 5 tap. 36. Accidentally did headshot. Shit. Alright, so we're at 20 meters. Hip fire body shots. You're looking at a lot of ammo to kill one person. 119.
3 minutes. It's close.
Still gonna be 6 shots. 18. Wow, 18 meters. Still not even a 5 shot. So this is basically like probably like between 17 and 18, 17 and a half meters. You have to hit 39s to get a 5 tap to the body. Now let's take a look at spare rations. I have a max range spare rations. Range masterwork, rangefinder, ricochet, full bore. 27 meters. I get max damage at 68. Last word at 27 meters. 27. Even for hip fire headshots, good luck. Good luck hitting hipfire headshots at 27 meters. While shooting fast with a moving target. So, just a quick example. Okay. So I've used the last word for about 2 hours now. Maybe 7 games. I know it's not a lot, but queues are taking a while because of the game first launching. A lot of people are doing PvE, but I like to do PvP weapon testing and all that on patch days. So the last word. This whole time I've been using it, I have not been enjoying it. It has not been a fun gun to use. It feels like way too much effort for an exotic gun when I could just use it in like a normal spare rations or whatever and do just fine. Half these guys are probably AFK because they went to sleep for their queues. I don't know why everybody is using Arbalest right now too. I've seen it a lot this last game. So after using the last word for a while now, you know, patch notes. It's very inaccurate ADSing and stuff like that. Less acquisition or whatever. Sorry, killing people. This gun does not work ADS very well at all anymore. And it's not that it's unstable, it's just shots don't hit. And that's probably because of lack of range and stuff. And even if they do hit, they don't hit very hard. ADS in this gun, not that good. Hip firing this gun, on the other hand, it's a little better. Not my favorite. I personally don't like hip fire in games. I like aiming down a sight or having like a scope. What? Okay. I personally like looking down a scope, but this gun you have to hip fire. This was my favorite gun. Like, I have a replica of it on my wall. I love this gun. I may not have used it the whole time, like, just because I like trying other stuff, but it's still my favorite gun. The best method I found to shoot this gun is a hipfire, of course, but you really need to actually take your time, I feel like. Really need to take your time and make those shots count. You have potential to shoot it at 225 RPM, but I just feel like it doesn't work. On my roll. Heavy ammo. So, in my opinion, after using it for like a couple hours now, your best bet with this gun, hip fire, and really concentrate on your aim. Don't spam it. If you spam it, I feel like you're just gonna miss shots, unless it's really close. But really concentrate on your aim. Personally, I don't think I'll be using this gun much more after this unless someone requests it. But, that's how I feel about the gun. It's sad, like I said. It used to be my favorite gun, but everybody's using fusions. Everybody's using fusions, and This the whole time I've been playing, I've been noticing nothing but fusions. I thought they got a nerf.
Only 5 minutes left. 2 for 1.
I think I might have enough. Okay, calm down there. What the heck? Why is there a 3-man firing line right there? There's not much I can do there.
That shut them down. Your advantage grows. Stay strong.
Yeah, I'm ready to stop using this gun. I haven't been enjoying it.
Double down. What can stop you if you fight together?
It just seems like the range for it to be good with is like not worth whenever you could just use a special weapon, you know, use a shotgun or a. It seems like fusion rifles. Everybody's using them right now. Oh, I actually got 2 kills.
Remaining. A fire team that fights together stays together. Shut the enemy down. I need a hunter like
I feel like if you hold down the mouse trigger or whatever you're on, it's less accurate.
Double down. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing.
Which I was so determined in melee.
Tactics bring victory.
I can't stand hipfire. Maybe it's good for some other people. Maybe you like hipfire, but this gun's not for me anymore. It just feels like too much effort. This whole time I've been using it, I've been dropping, you know, 20 to 30. Like this is probably the highest kill game I got with it. Maybe it's different on console. Maybe it's really good on console, or maybe it's pretty good with the controller. Who knows? But it just feels like too much effort and not enough. There's just no mid-game. That's it, Barton. Sorry the review's a little negative about the gun, but that's just really how I feel about the gun. Let me know what you think about the gun down below in the comments, if the nerf was too much, or was it good, you like it, and how is it on console. So, again, that's it, Bardians. Until next time, stay thick.